Yo, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. As you can see from the top of the video, I've been back down at the Electric Lady, really feasting on this collection. When I first discovered it, I was mostly interested in the metal, but I soon started to realize that there were a lot of hard rock and psychedelic rock titles there, including some really heavy grails that you've probably seen in the footage at the front of these videos. This particular shop has a couple days a week where they do heavy discounts and a point system. And once you reach a certain threshold, your discount becomes a lot more. I had reached the 45% off threshold. So I thought it was time to take a look around and see what I could find. I got 5 records and we're going to get into them right now. Here's a band that's primarily known for their more psych sounds. Arthur Lee and the band Love. This is a later release from them. Reel to Reel has this kind of funky cover. This is a more funk and roots music inspired release. It's pretty good. The guitar work on this is fantastic. It almost brings to mind a Garcia-esque vibe. Arthur Lee is really flexing his muscles on here. There's some pretty funky stuff on here. This sounds really good. This is a very nice sounding record. I paid $5 for this. It is in VG Plus Easy. It is on that classic RSO label, and for $5 this was a no-brainer. As I was going through the crates, I started to notice a bunch of titles from the group The First Edition, right? Now, if you don't know, The First Edition is a group that featured Kenny Rogers, the country, which we know as a country singer, and they were like a mid-60s pop psych outfit, right? Well, there's one particular song that is in the zeitgeist of popular culture, and it's I just dropped in to see what condition my condition is in. And if you don't know, it's one of the main tunes from the movie The Big Lebowski. It was popularized because of The Big Lebowski. And as a Dudist priest, I had to pick this up. When I started seeing those First Edition records, I thought, I wonder if it's here. And I went through everything, every crate, and guess what? It was all the way back at the beginning of the records, and I had just passed it over because it wasn't really on my mind until I actually got to where they had put the First Edition records. This is what it looks like. Yeah, the First Edition, Kenny Rogers, just dropped in, is the second track on the A side. This is a great sounding record. There's some goofy sounding songs in here, but a lot of really nice sounding stuff. This is a nice sounding pressing on that tricolor Steamboat label. Yeah, super, super clean record. I couldn't believe it. They had $24.99 on it. Got it for 45% off. This has been on my list of records to find for quite some time. And this is the best case scenario. A ultimately clean copy. Yes. If you've never seen the bowling alley dream sequence in The Big Lebowski, check it out. Speaking of soulful, bluesy, powerful, vibey music, yeah. I saw this. Now, they had a lot of money on this actually, but I had a big discount, so I wasn't that concerned with it. They had $50 on this record because it is super clean. The Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man. Boy, oh boy, this is a soulful, funky, bluesy record. This is really nice sounding. It is on that United Artists label, ultra clean copy. You just don't see records from this period. Very clean, and it is shocking how nice these records sound. I mean, really quite audiophile, if you will. I really enjoyed this. When I was going through the records, they had a lot of records from this period, but I was questioning how much will I listen to this? What are the pressings going to sound like? Are they going to be crude and noisy and not great recordings? I just really didn't know. I was familiar with the songs because there's a local radio station here. You might have it in your town too, called Wacky. That's what we call it, at least. And they play a lot of this kind of stuff, and that's what my radio is primarily on. So I took a chance, and I thought I'll go ahead and pick this up. And oh my, it sounds fantastic. I'm going to listen to this a lot. This was inspired by my wife, I would say. She is a huge fan of the artist known as Donovan. They had quite a few Donovan records there, all priced up. They're really clean, and they looked them up on Discogs, and at the high end, they can go for some money. The Hurdy-Gurdy Man, shockingly good sounding record. Super cool cover, acoustic guitar, recorded very well. The Hurdy-Gurdy Man, right? Featuring Jimmy Page on guitar. John Bonham is credited for percussion. There are probably John Paul Joneses on here. So, you've got the members of Led Zeppelin are all over this record. It's fantastic. This is probably Donovan's best effort. I've got a few of his records here, and I most certainly like this one the most. Great sounding record on that yellow Epic label, and it is just, it's so clean. I'm going to open it up here and just kind of show you the vinyl a little bit. I mean, it is so nice. I mean, it is so nice. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell anything from that, but really nice record. The Hurdy-Gurdy Man, Donovan, last but not least, yes. As soon as I saw this, I thought, yeah, I'm probably going to have to get that. I'm really familiar with this record, and it's really cool. This is a Monarch pressing, original Monarch pressing, stereo, and it does have a little bit of a brown stain on it, but it gives it sort of a spaghetti western Tarantino kind of vibe to the cover. Got a little bit of ring wear on it. We got this brown little stain on it, but it looks so cool. I didn't have a problem with it at all. They had this one priced up. I paid up for it because this is by far and away my most favorite Van Morrison record. Yeah, not a Van Morrison record at all. It's the record from the band Them. Yeah. This record is actually, I believe, called maybe Here Comes the Night. It is called Here Comes the Night. Here Comes the Night opens up the record, side A, and ends with Gloria, which we all know it is a garage band standard tune. If you were a garage band in the late 60s and you didn't play the song Gloria, well, probably didn't make it very far. Now, there is a rumor that Jimmy Page played the solos on Gloria. It's unsubstantiated. Could be true. Might be just a myth. That said, I would like to think that he did. Van Morrison is just killing on this. Here Comes the Night is sort of like a Stones type song. And, Gloria is just a pure classic, timeless tune. This whole record sounds phenomenal. The A-side is killing from front to back. This is fantastic. Cool cover. Van Morrison. And even cooler on that Parrot label. And this record is super clean. Yeah, not a bad little stack. Them. Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Yeah. The Spencer Davis Group. I'm a man. The first edition and loves Reel to Reel. Yeah, beautiful record. I'm going to keep mining this little collection. They've been adding some stuff here and there. A lot of it is things I already have. But, you know, I'll keep an eye on it. I've been neglecting all of my other spots, and I really need to get around and take a look because there's no telling what I've been missing out on. That said, I do have quite a healthy stack of trade fodder, so I might take some of those around and cash them in on a little store credit and some other places and see what I can find. So yeah, I'm excited about that. We are getting into the busy season for me. It is bourbon allocation season. If you don't know, that's when all the rarest bourbons hit the shelves, and I'll be out looking for those. And also, we are coming up quickly on Record Store Day, Black Friday, so I will be doing my take on that very soon. So until we meet again, that's right, folks. Bob out.